Chapter 4, Objective 2, Understand Immigration and Urbanization. Jefferson's dream of an agricultural utopia pushed small landowners into the dominant social group of this time. Together with growing numbers of small businessmen, local and government officials, the middle class was formed. The American middle class's income was somewhat high to English standards. America had developed a growing network of cities mainly on the East Coast during this period of industrialization in the wake of the Civil War. Also during this period, there was an influx of immigrants from Ireland and Germany. Between 1814 and 1845, nearly 1 million Irish immigrants came to America. And again in 1845 to 1849, another 1.2 million came during the potato famine. With the absence of housing codes during this time, shantytowns became prominent. This led to many public health hazards such as general poor sanitation and open sewers. Prostitution, gambling, street begging, and drinking were rampant. There was widespread unemployment. About 1/5 of the entire population of New York and other large cities received welfare benefits. Many workers were unskilled, and this made them most susceptible to economic straits. This group also made up the largest group in the labor force. Working conditions for unskilled laborers were oppressive. They worked 6 12-hour workdays a week. Injury rates were high, and because of these conditions, strikes began to occur in eastern cities. There was a general strike of over 20,000 workers in Philadelphia. Economic inequality increased within the cities of New England between the 1820s, when 1% of the population held 1/4 of the wealth, and the 1850s, when 1% of the population held half of the wealth. Mobility was really difficult, and residential segregation was prominent. Often work on the frontier was brutal. The extraordinary migration across the country caused social problems. Prostitution arose, along with increased alcoholism and suicide rates. In the absence of government institutions, churches, and local leaders, unlawful behavior was widespread among many frontier communities. A youth crisis developed in the 1840s, but was later eased by the creation of high school education and orphanages. Lastly, where social institutions existed to address economic and social needs, they were often poorly maintained. Thank you.